Hi Libra Nation, this is going to be your quick and general forecast for mid-August here on this channel. It's good for any placement of Libra in your natal chart. As always, keep in mind, this is a general message. It's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Link to my website for private readings and to check out human design and astrology analysis and reports is down in the description below. If you are new, Libra, you really need to know about another channel that I have that's called Soma Chandra Libra. Guess what? That channel is just for you. I get a lot of downloads for Libra and also Sagittarius, so I gave Libra and Sagittarius their own channel. So subscribe to this channel, Soma Chandra Tarot and Soma Chandra Libra. On Soma Chandra Libra, I read for you guys like every 3 to 5 days. There are times when I even read for you daily over there, but I read for all 12 zodiac signs here, so I always try to put something here for you guys too. I usually do oracle messages of what like the middle of August is going to look like for you. That's what we're doing here today, but I did clarify a little bit with tarot to get some details for you. A lot about life purpose and starting new things is coming out. I started with the Wisdom of the Tao Volume 2 Oracle deck. I really love this deck. I love the I Ching, and I love to work with the I Ching hexagrams, and this deck reflects that. So what's come out for you mid-August is life purpose, and you can make a difference. Wow. So your guides are asking you to look beyond your physical achievements and leap forward to find the meaning behind all that you have experienced. What is the meaning of everything you've experienced thus far? The truth is not always black and white. Unleash your spiritual power to harness a higher awareness and realize your life purpose. Okay, you're meant to be getting into a higher awareness at this time. Like, what is everything you've gone through leading you to at this moment? How can you use your past experiences in a valid way to empower you towards something greater, something higher? Probably very focused on life path and life purpose based on your experiences. So this might be a very personal journey for you. Know that you can make a difference at this time, Libra. Do not just go with the flow. Insert yourself into situations to make a positive impact. You have the knowledge and the ability to turn things around at this time. Believe and inspire others to believe. Your decisive influence will change the outcome. Wow. I think that Spirit's saying to you that some of you, and this is general, it's not going to be true for all of you, but if you felt like you were meant to influence and bring positive changes to other people's lives, your own life experiences might be a part of that. And if you have a decisive influence and a confident influence at this time, mid-month, you can make a difference. You can be very impactful in other people's lives. In human design, that's called what we talk about as the outer authority. Your inner authority is what you use to make decisions for yourself, but your outer authority, your mind, your ajna center, your throat manifestation center, those are gifts that you can share with the world to help other people make good decisions and share information, ideas, formulas, concepts, solutions. Yeah, your life purpose at this time is about making a difference. That can play out in any life path in any part of your life. It's important to be flexible at this time, though, Libra. Everything is happening for a reason. There are many options out there. Pardon me. Perfection is an illusion, okay? You can move forward even while not going against the current and not really knowing what you want. Particularity will divert you from your destination, okay? If any of you are trying to figure out what you want to be when you grow up, I'm always trying to figure that out, believe it or not. It's constantly changing for me because I have an undefined identity center. So if any of you are trying to figure out what to do in regards to life purpose at this time, know that you're meant to be in an environment where you can make an impact and make a difference and positively influence people. But it's important to not be too picky or too particular. You are going to need to be flexible at this time. Keep in mind, as always with this message, perfection is an illusion. Okay, just take one step at a time. Where you're supposed to be will find you. You will find what you are attracted to and what is attracted to you, but not if you're picky and you put blinders on and you're narrow in focus. I'm hearing one of your guides say, Tell them to go for a feeling or like an end goal. So with life purpose, if your end goal is to make, I don't know, $75,000 a year and really feel wonderful every day when you get up to go to work, maybe you're creative, maybe you like to work with data and information, maybe you like to use your hands and build things. Keep like those goals in mind, but then realize that there are a gazillion different avenues that you can experience those things with, right? Like there's a lot of jobs that you can make a certain amount of money. There's a lot of jobs you get to work with your hands or be creative. Or maybe your goal is, I don't know, to be able to sleep in every day until 10 a.m. and not be at work until 2. Like be flexible. Okay, just keep your goals in mind, your end game goals, and see that there's many avenues to get to those goals. I really think, though, that your main goal probably is that you want to make a difference. Animal totems for mid-August. Spider. I love spider. Make your dreams real. Porcupine. I love porcupines. Have you ever met a porcupine? I've held one. They are the cutest little animals. They're very smart, too. Porcupine, time for a beginner's mindset. And white raven spirit, trust in the magic. Squirrel is probably your challenge. Believe in yourself. It's definitely time to make a dream that you've been weaving come true. What does that statement mean? Make your dreams real. Well, when it's in our imagination channel and in our mind, we're thinking about it, we're creating it, we're fantasizing, we're daydreaming, maybe we're prepping, we're planning, we're preparing. When we make something real, we're manifesting. Manifest is a verb. I use manifest as a verb. We're literally doing it. It's time to start making a dream real. That dream doesn't have to come true or be real all at once. But just start to make a dream become real in the 3D. Take it out of your mind and out of your body and into the environment. I believe you need to start exteriorizing something, taking something inside of yourself that's a dream and putting it outside of yourself, putting a plan into action. You will need a beginner's mindset. Now, that's easy when you're 30 years old and younger, but I notice, like for myself and for a lot of my clients I work for, the Fool, like in the tarot, and the beginner's mindset as we get older can be difficult. We feel silly, we feel stupid. We're like, I'm a beginner, I don't want to be a beginner. I like feeling like I'm a master. I like feeling like I know it all. I have a good handle on everything. I understand all of the elements. A beginner is very innocent and it does not have a fixed mindset. It has a growth mindset where it's like, oh my God, I don't know any of this, but I can learn. Watch out for being prickly. When the porcupine comes out, it's defensive sometimes. Lower your quills. Okay, lower your quills and allow yourself to innocently and vulnerably be a beginner in some way. That is like the way to learn. Okay, you're going to have a beginner's mindset. I'm hearing that some of you have been holding back on doing something because you didn't realize that you were subconsciously or unconsciously afraid to be a beginner. You know what? I don't always like being a beginner either. My Mercury is in Scorpio. I'm a manifesting generator. I want to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And both the manifesting generator and anyone with Scorpio wants to get to a level of mastery at something. So I myself do not like the beginner's mindset. I'm hearing that some of you experience that for yourself. Like, it's just hard to be a beginner right now. Allow yourself to be a beginner. Look at it this way. When you fuck up, no one's going to fault you for it because you're a beginner. Like, allow yourself that, like, breathe into trial and error and the beginner's mindset. Like, everything is new and exciting and shiny, and be curious, be interested in your life, and know that mistakes happen along the way when you're a beginner, and that's how you learn. It's not a character flaw to be a beginner. There is magic around you at this time. There is a purity coming in. Ravens are messengers, and the white raven, ravens are predator animals too. They're pretty much at the top of their food chain. So they're very powerful animals. I see sixes here, 6, 6. So sixes are about a pivot point. So trust in the magic at this time. There's something magical happening around you. Anything that might be holding you back is an inability to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Something's magical is happening for some of you. And if this magic is coming into your life, that's your sign that you're meant to begin something. Oh, I'm hearing a song by Imagine Dragons called It's Time to Begin. I love that song, and I love that. It's time to begin. It's time to begin something and believe in yourself, Libra. There's magic happening. You need to trust it, make it real, have that beginner's mindset. What you need to surrender to mid-month. Surrender defensiveness. Some of you are that prickly porcupine right now. It's okay. Do not invalidate your own defensiveness. Just notice it in your body. Like, where does the defensiveness come from inside of you? And maybe just notice it. You know, defensiveness can be a sign of weakness, but I disagree with that. Defensiveness is a sign of vulnerability and our ego maybe being offended in some way. If you want to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear other people out, and then offer clear, non-defensive responses. So watch out for being defensive in communication. Okay, and also I'm hearing that some of you need to allow other people to disagree with you and tell other people, look, I mean, I have the right to offend you and you have the right to be offended, okay? Like, my truth is my truth, your truth is your truth. It's okay. There's no need to defend your truth. It just is true for you. Don't invalidate yourself in that way. Defensiveness can invalidate other people as well. Try to release the ego and just recognize why you're being defensive. If you're feeling ganged up on, you may need to, rather than be defensive and explainy and prove your point, just stand up for yourself simply by saying, this is how I feel. So defensiveness may be highlighted for you. Just notice it. Notice where it's coming from, with whom, why. Huge opportunity for self-exploration when we notice that prickly porcupine feeling. Also, surrender to prayer came out. Give yourself over completely to prayer at this time. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and the universe answers and supports you. The answers and the support will arrive. Prayer is something I've always had a difficult time with. I think that I always say, oh, spirit isn't really there for me. I'm supposed to be here for myself. I probably learned that in childhood. I feel like this card comes out for those of us that think that way. If you think like me, spirit's saying that's not true. The universe does hear you. You want to know why? Because you're in the universe. You are the universe. You're a part of the universe. You're a human on Earth, but you're also in this solar system and in this galaxy and in this universe. And when you pray, you can't not be heard by God. So Spirit is saying to you, I can't not hear you. I can't not. I do hear you. But pray from the heart. What does your heart truly desire? If you pray and speak it out loud, Spirit is going to hear you. Apparently, some of you just need to allow yourself to state your intentions and pray for all the things. Also, some of you need to surrender your belief in scarcity. You might be worried about the second house, money, finances, and resources. Maybe the 10th house too, with, live your purpose and make a difference. That's about prestige and accomplishments. Or maybe it's just the 6th house, like work that you do every day that creates sustainability in your life. All of those things, you might be coming at those different houses, which are kind of mundane, but very important. It all might be centering, like if anything's holding you back, it's a belief in scarcity, like I don't have enough. The universe is asking you to be open to the infinite nature of abundance. There's more that has value in this life than just money and possessions, okay? If you can open up to the infinite nature of abundance and see how abundance can translate into many different things, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Some of you may need to shift your money mindset to a degree at this time if you're feeling insecure or you want more. It's either you don't feel like you have enough or you want more. Either of those things will make you feel like you don't have enough. A scarcity mindset will definitely hold you back and create a block. And it keeps you from being flexible. Yeah, it keeps you from being flexible. I just heard someone have like a light bulb go off. Yes, honey, I feel you. Put all those pieces of who you are together. What's motivating you? Letting go of the scarcity mindset and being more flexible, praying, letting go of a defensiveness about who you are, what you are, just accepting that, it will help let go of those blocks. Good messages. I'm loving these messages. They did want me to use the Crystal Inspiration Oracle deck and the Illumination Oracle deck. And when the messages came out, I felt like they needed some clarification with tarot. Tarot always shows us a lot of the surface level details, right? And maybe some of the spiritual lessons we're going through as well. You guys did get major arcana through the tarot clarification, but also a lot of pip cards. 3 cards came out. Rainbow Obsidian, heal your heart. Angulite, support is all around you. Chrysoprase, allow yourself to receive. An appetite, get out of your comfort zone. Also, live in the now is down here. You're not existing anywhere else but in the now. You do not exist in your past. You do not exist in the future. Get into your body, get into your emotions and your sensations. Like, where are you now? Be in the now. I think that some of you really need to stop trying to be a one-man and a one-woman army. Allow yourself to receive. Why would that message come out? Do you think that you don't need any help? Support is all around you. You just might not think that. Some of you have a heart that needs healing. And I feel like Spirit is saying to those of you that this resonates with, it's like, look, I know it's more comfortable for you to withdraw and go it alone, and that's your comfort zone. But if you get out of your comfort zone, what that might look like is actually healing and not staying stuck in a trauma loop of pain. Healing your heart. Getting outside of your comfort zone means actually healing your heart. Getting outside of your comfort zone is recognizing that support is all around you. Now, maybe in your immediate environment, you don't have support. Maybe you've withdrawn from support, but simple math will tell you that that's not true. I'm going to challenge any of you that say, I don't have support. You might not have support right now, but here's what simple math tells us. We live on a planet with over 8 billion people. I can guarantee you that there is support somewhere around you. If it's not in your immediate environment, we have this thing, it's called the internet. I was born in 1974, so I'm older than Google, and I actually watched it happen. Yeah, it's a real life thing. I watched the internet happen, and it made me realize that we can connect to people all over the world in a gazillion different ways to get support, okay? So allow yourself to receive support and be flexible in where you find it. It might not come in the form of the most wonderful, supportive boyfriend or girlfriend, or it might not come in the form of that family member that's been rejecting you and neglecting you your whole life. It might not come in the form of the shitty friends that you've been hanging out with. Maybe you need to try something new, or maybe you need to stop hiding from all of those people that do love you. You can make new supportive connections, or you can allow people into your life that genuinely, with good boundaries, do want to support you. Yeah, it's there for you. Because if you don't do that, you won't live in the now. And you need to be in the now, because that's where you exist, is in the now. I did clarify this, and I got the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, Strength, and the 7 of Wands. Leo energy here, stiff upper lip. I think that when you examine the support, like this looks like looking for support. The 7 of Cups is a bit overwhelmed and you have a lot of choices in front of you. But when you look at those choices, you see a lot of people working things out. They're not fighting with swords, they're practicing something. They're not necessarily not getting along. It just might not be ideal. It's not the Three of Cups or the Two of Cups, which is collaboration and friendship and laughter and fun and heart-to-heart conversations. Some of you might actually be looking for like a little bit of variety. With the Five of Wands can mean variety because there's differences of opinion, different styles. They're all sparring. Some of you are looking for a really great dog park or something to take your animal to, where everyone gets along. I think that you are holding back. Some of you feel like you are not welcome somewhere and you don't understand why. Some of you are struggling to let something in because there's something very triggering. Like every time you go to look for support, you immediately see, oh, all those people are different than me, or, oh, all those people are really active and they're working through something, but they don't all agree. And there's something triggering about it to you. So you hold back. Also, some of you might be afraid to open up and tell people what's really going on. Often this card combination means I don't want to have to defend myself or explain myself. Other people around you might be like curious as to why you're doing what you're doing. You may have to really stand your ground, because if some people are trying to get in that you don't want to get in, you might have to do a little bit more than strength in the Seven of Wands. That suggests that you're not blocking people that you don't want in your life, like you're allowing them access to you to knock on the door, and then you stand there on the high ground and defend yourself. How could you change that? Or conversely, how could you be more open to giving something a shot? Receiving support is not always easy at first. Understand that not everyone's going to speak the same love language that you do. Some people will show support through action. Some people will show it through words. I feel like you're struggling to find just the right fit, but you know what makes you uncomfortable. I kind of get the sense that you need to give something a go, but I'm also getting the sense that you need support that's somewhat compartmentalized and a little bit at a distance from maybe like, no, you can't, I don't want people to come over to my house for support or friendship, but maybe I can meet you out somewhere. I sense that some of you feel the need to have a little bit of control. And you are a little overwhelmed. When the Seven of Cups comes out, focus on what you place value on when you examine all of your choices. You will immediately see what feels like collaborative, creative, supportive energy, or what feels like working things out. Sometimes though, the Five of Wands can mean like, that's like a kickboxing class or volleyball every week or softball or the gym, sports, competitive energy. It's like, it's okay if not everyone 100% agrees or gets along all the time. Can you tolerate that? And if you can't, move away from it. This is just stuff that you need to work out when you allow yourself to receive. Some of you feel like you're receiving with a price tag. Like, yeah, if I let this person come and support me, I'm just confused by them. I wonder what's going to happen next. We don't agree very often. I have to have a stiff upper lip and I'm constantly being challenged. You need to articulate that you don't like that feeling so that you don't have to be so defensive. That might turn some relationship dynamics around for you. It's like support shouldn't come with a price tag. Although I am hearing that some of you do need to hear someone else's opinion. Illuminating some specific events for mid-August. Again, this is general. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Passionate romance, renewal, secret, and seize the opportunity. Receiving a message. Someone is waiting for you or you are waiting for them patiently. With patience down here. Renewal. Seize the opportunity. Secret. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, an Aries, fire sign, maybe. There could be a chance for a renewal surrounding a relationship that is passionate, but it would be kept a secret. Someone would want you to keep it a secret, and you'd have to seize the opportunity in secret. Now, that's okay if you're just trying to lead a private life, but it might be a little bit more complicated if it's a secret relationship. You'd have to ask yourself if you want to seize that opportunity and you're okay with secrets and being a secret. You may receive a message or send a message about that. I do have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, or it could involve travel, like come and meet me somewhere. So I did clarify it. I actually clarified it with tarot and my oracle deck. I have the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands, and I have the Nine of Wands and Judgment with the messages. So I noticed this King of Wands who has a very strongly defined sense of self, and he is very passionate and he is very creative. He's often a natural born leader. He will put himself first. He has a very strongly defined sense of self. He is a passionate person. He's regarding the Knight of Cups. So you could be the King of Wands or the Knight of Cups. A water sign could be involved, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but someone coming in towards you, wanting to get your attention. It is very idealistic. It is very romantic. It is very passionate. The Knight of Cups is a very dreamy, romantic knight. Love is not dead. I mean, the Knight of Cups is like Don Juan, Don Quixote, and Romeo and Juliet all rolled into one. All of those characters died at the end of their story. So the point is, like, it's really important to be realistic. But then I have the Nine of Wands, which is someone guarded against, like, a choice being made here with Judgment. It's definitely important to listen to your own best judgment. This is rebirth, renewal, rebirth. I do think that for some of you, someone does want to come back around. They do want attention. They might be kind of love bomby. That's okay, but if you're feeling guarded, there's a reason for that. So if someone sends you a message and wants to hook up with you, I do have a hookup card here. Yeah, it's like you look guarded at this point. And my oracle deck reflected that. I'm flexible, hook up, I'm letting you go feeling guilty. You're both playing games. This person's unique, or there's something unique about the scenario. Well, unique scenarios aren't necessarily useful in every part of our life. It might only be useful in one part of our life. Maybe there's something about this person that you don't find in anyone else. Maybe they find something unique and different about you, but it's kind of a game at this point. And someone is really flexible about a hookup, but then there's going to be a letting something go and a feeling of guilt. I feel like that's what Judgment is trying to say here, is that someone in this scenario needs to say, look, I've been too flexible. It's just been a hookup. I feel really guilty about that. I need to let this go. However, this card makes me think that this is all part of a game. If you are with the messages, anytime someone drives by your house or something like that, if you have been stuck in a pattern with someone where, yeah, let's get together, it feels amazing, but it's a secret and we have to seize this quick opportunity, we have to be flexible, it's just a hookup, and then someone says, you know, I really need to stop doing this, I feel really guilty about this, and then they come back, that's the game. That's the game. They're getting a hit. Someone is just getting a hit. It feels really good to romantically manipulate someone and be all dreamy and idealistic and say and do all the right things through the messages. But then it's just an attention-seeking behavior. I feel like someone's definitely dangling a carrot and the other person is allowing that to happen. Libra, that is going to distract you away from living in the now, allowing yourself to receive real, consistent support, healing your heart, and getting out of a comfort zone. This might actually be a comfort zone. Sometimes an uncomfortable, weird, guilt-ridden hookup becomes comfortable. The uncomfortableness of it becomes comfortable because it's so familiar. Do not apply the flexibility card here, okay? Because I think that some of you are really meant to be having a beginner's mindset towards making a dream come true and believing in yourself. How can you feel good about yourself and trust in real magic? And like, how can you believe in yourself and make a difference in the world when you're just feeling guilty about hookups and it's a game? Games feel good in the moment when you win. Games excite us when we lose because we just want to play it again so we can try to win. This might all be distracting you away from like real love, real support, receiving, focusing on your life purpose. So be aware of all that. These are all themes that are going to come out mid-August for you. So think about how you're going to respond to these messages and think twice before you send them if it's going to make yourself or someone else feel guilty. Yeah. Lean towards the real love, Libra, and surrender to prayer as well. Spirit will hear you. All right, Libra, those are your channeled messages for mid-August. I hope they resonate. I hope they help. Link to the website for private readings and other lightwork services is down in the description below. And don't forget to check out my other channel just for you. So I'm Chandra Libra, because I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra Nation. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.